Alright. Let's finish this, maybe. Hello, welcome back to P-Storm. I am Pluvius Lilon, and we're playing Creepy Castle. And I believe we're getting close to the end of the first scenario. I mean, it admittedly has been several years. Like, I think I only really played this game extensively in, like, the first week that it came out, so I could be totally wrong about that.
The whole place is in disarray. Seems like someone got to the Heartbreaker before me. Good. I do not know who did it, but this gives me more time. Whoever it was, they did the right thing. The mountain of my guilt grew with every use of that device. With it stopped, maybe I can start repaying that debt somehow. Many think it was the intruder's doing. It would not surprise me, but I am not sure. I do not think he fully understands the machine's horror. Maybe I am underestimating him, though, just like I did before. His arrival is serving as a good distraction, at any rate. I cannot recall a time when I moved about the castle more freely than right now. I brought up the possibility of a traitor in the crisis meeting. This is sure to cause even more chaos. Now people are only to report directly to their superiors. I can hand out some tasks in my interest to my subordinates now, without anyone catching wind. There are some leads I plan to follow, to the very end.
Animated or annotated job offerings. Mafia muscle. The family is always looking for new members. Want to be a big earner? Come shake down some crumbs for us. Some buttons also need clippings. Weird. There's some beef that needs resolving. Can't cook. Contact a friend of ours. Lab rat, not a rat. Do you want to speed along the inevitable progress of science? Volunteer today. Be the first to experience the breathtaking developments by leading scientists with your own body. A veritable cornucopia of surprises awaits you. Who knows what'll happen exactly? Food and accommodation included. Note, diet subject to heavy change based on current experiment. Required skills, sitting in place, swallowing pills, getting poked with needles, not dying. Can only do 1 out of 4. Join the glorious revolution now. Call 42 Poindexter. Boss, this one. Want a fancy workplace? Do you want people who respect you? What about special music? Dark King's Castle is in search of some tough guys to cut out for boss material. Have you been hitting the gym? Do you have preferably 10 HP or more? Apply today. So this must be Cat Pillar's apartment. Okay. Let's see what's down the ladder before we move on through there. Never mind, there was no ladder. And I can't drop down either, so let's continue on in. Sir, I thought it might be helpful if I told you you're deep in the marble atrium. After you fall down, don't go left. That leads back to the labs again. Wait for the spikes. Oh yeah, I gotta eat something. Right. I'm out of regular healing items. So I'm only healing myself once I'm at like 1 or 2 hearts. Really, I'd wait till I reach 1 heart, but sometimes like enemies crit when you least expect it. Whoa. Okay, I don't really know. I'm trying to make it so I can explore as much as... well, yeah, I lost my chance to explore that way, I think, without taking damage. think I've already... Yeah, I've already been up here. Well, I'm sure there's stuff I can backtrack through. You know, paths that I could not access before because I didn't have the garlic or the ice rod.
You've come to try and get to the bottom of what's happening here? Well, best of luck to you. Answers await in the lab.
Which way's the lab? Okay, I'm not gonna save because I'm not entirely sure I'm not stuck.
Ah, yes, vampire.
Okay, that's just another cake. I don't need that. I mean, I don't need it yet. How many hearts do I have anyway? I'll find out once I move past this wrecking ball. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah. So 1 or 2 HP is the ideal place to use those full heal items that I have nothing but of. Yes, ice. Okay, Wheel of Cheese, that heals 9 HP. Oh, nothing but weak enemies here. Okay, so I get the feeling we're getting close to the end here. Eat some cheese. Science! Oh shit, right. See, had I not eaten that cheese, I'd be dead now. I am amazed I dodged that. Oh, there's Monsoon. Okay, just need to survive this one, and then I'll be ready to fight Monsoon.
Do you think a single person can make a difference? Show me your answer.
Okay, okay, don't have any more hurricane slices. Whew. Alright, done. I feel like it was even easier than the first time. Well, leveled up out of that. Oh, we're getting into the deep of it now. Yep, I remember this distinctly. Okay. Good, yes. Okay, can I drop down? Nope. Okay, so I got a full inventory of Moth. How did I know I would see you here? I, too, intend to protect the world from Darking's twisted ideals. If you think you should be the one to take him on, then prove it with your sword. Oh. Oh, shit. Listen to this battle music. Whew. So smug, little bastard. Okay, almost halfway there. All right. I think that's the first time the feint attacks have come into play. Okay, we got him on the ropes now, though. Just two more, and we'll Whoa. But here's a special attack. Okay, all we gotta do is survive this next attack, though, and we're good. Done.
Bees, my god.
Where do you think you're going, my dear? I'm sure you're just burning to meet Darking. But it's time you showed me the courtesy I deserve, don't you think? Maybe I'll go back and save before I do that. I have had quite a battle.
I mean, I've been chasing after you for a long time now. You and I, we know how to foster and savor a proper friendship. Not like that lunatic Darking. He hasn't really lived a day in his life. What good is living without indulging in pleasure? He deserves a beating, but your hands are full with me right now. What?
Moth, don't worry about this guy. You have more pressing matters to attend to, so I'll buy you some time. But Moth, Darking sought to take away people's capacity to feel emotion, entailing for many amorous love. But Moth, remember, a person who doesn't experience that kind of thing is not, for that reason alone, abnormal. The prospect of losing desire is not why Darking should be stopped. But the fact that he seeks to take the power away to be one's own person, for us to make our own decisions, that is what makes us people. Don't forget that, Moth.
You dare separate us? Moth, I'll chase you to the ends of the earth. This isn't over! Moth, so we meet at last. The destiny I was put on this world to fulfill. You have left it in shambles.
I'm gonna see what's down the ladder before I confront Darking. Ah. The obligatory shitload of items room. Oh, cool. Tornado Slice. Or Hurricane Slice.
During the crisis meeting, Darking seemed oddly collected, considering the pivotal role the Heartbreaker played in his scheme. I thought it a display of patience then, but I think I was wrong. My guess is that he had a backup plan or was looking to rebuild and postpone, but he retreated to his chambers for good. He did not have a single order before he vanished. I'm afraid his calm demeanor is naught but a facade, masking a terrible anger. No one knows what he will do, not even he himself. I ought to be relieved. The Heartbreaker is in pieces. Darking's hands should be tied now. Still, the glimpse I caught of him as he retreated terrifies me. He looked like he was poised on the edge of a precipice, ready to fling himself into the abyss. Had I not moved out of the way, he would have struck me down where I stood. Maybe there's nothing he can do now, but there's nothing he won't do. I would go confront him myself, make sure nothing terrible is about to happen. But even now, I cannot bring myself to openly oppose my master. If word got out, all the goodwill and reputation I built up over the years would evaporate in an instant. How would I find him then? I'm willing to risk the world to see this through. That intruder, Moth. He'll be looking for Darking, I'm certain of it. When our wills and weapons clashed, I grew to understand him a bit. Surely he felt the same as a warrior. It is time to go face him again. He has no idea what he is walking into. He has not seen Darking like I have. His resolve must burn like the sun, lest he be consumed by darkness, or the darkness he is wading through. If he loses, he stood no chance against Darking to begin with. Then we all hope nothing happens and we get off lightly. But should he best me, I would gladly put it all on his shoulders, certain he could bear it.
Alright, let's go face Darking.
It's a shame you arrived so early. The world would have been better off for the fruition of my plan. Perhaps it too was fate, bringing you to manifest the ideals opposing my own. Then we'll do what we must. My only option is to clear you from my path and rebuild the ideal future.
That's a lot of HP.
Shinken Shirahardori!
Oh shit. That might have been my fastest one yet, and yet he's still, oh fuck. Yeah, that might have been my fastest one yet, and he's still, it was still just okay. Whew. Shit. I hit it too early. Alright, we almost got him. Okay, actually we're not even close. We haven't even gotten half his HP down yet. Oh, he's getting mad.
Have you even considered the nature of the status quo you protect? The atrocities we commit to each other? What kind of destiny do you think there is for the pathetic life on this earth to inch toward? People will just destroy themselves over and over again. The only break in the pattern would be perfect unity. Unity has eluded us for millennia, and when we are finally brought to its precipice, you seek to destroy it? Moth, are you truly convinced I am in the wrong? Should I fail, do you realize how many fates will be sealed to end in murder and tragedy?
Don't underestimate my button mashing skills. Whew. Okay, got about half his HP down. Still got plenty of a... Oh, shit. Still got plenty of healing items left. Oh, shit.
To what extent do you know pain? Have you ever felt the loss of love? The emptiness that becomes of your soul? People would be much better off if they didn't have to experience such profound pain. Did you ever feel the anguish of a problem that you couldn't fix? A person who you couldn't help? The torture of watching someone suffer, unable to do anything to stop it. It's better for no one to ever feel that. It's better to cast away the fleeting sensation of happiness than for anyone to ever feel the absolute terror of that pain. Your blade wavers. Is that reluctance? Moth, I'm not going to stop working toward my goals. I will rebuild, over and over again if I have to. Even if I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't. It takes a villain to break the heart of everyone in the world. But I'm willing to be that villain. That king of darkness. So no one else will ever have to go through what I did. So fight, Moth. Fight to protect what you know in your heart is right. Just as I will fight to protect what I believe in. We must fight until only one ideal remains.
Okay. Got about 2/3 of his health down. Ah, fuck. Where is he? Whew. Oh, shit. Okay, he wasn't over there. Oh. Starting to slow down a little there. Okay, just two more. Alright, just gotta survive one more, and we will have won the scenario. Oh, fuck. I see Moth is getting weaker as well, though. Come on, just give up already! Oh my. Sayonara. I had just snuck in to beat up Dark King myself, but I see that is no longer necessary. Darking. I didn't take him for a crybaby. With that resolved, my work is done here. Will you be leaving too? I may as well accompany you. Okay. I do pity Darking. He really misled himself. No one is entitled to rob the agency of another. Okay, if game won, then why chests? Is that a goddamn pizza? It's great any way you slice it. Okay. I guess it's time to save. Check what's up here before we drop down there. You know, we just saved. We might as well see what's down there. Okay, we can't drop down there. You left him alive, so I finished the job for you. Who goes there? Whoever you think you are, you're messing around with someone with a doctorate in breaking faces. And someone who is passable at slicing them. The possibility of his plan coming to be was the only thing keeping me locked away. Your destruction of the Heartbreaker darkened the future. You could say that you just brought on the end of the world. A commendable effort. His body was quite strong.
Fit to take as an instrument. It's a shame you won't personally see me revel in the destruction of your world. But consider a quick end your reward.
Well, shit. Fuck.
This indomitable power. It has been too long. I can see how hard it is for you to attack Darking's body. Don't feel alone. As I possess Darking, he is forced to bear witness to everything I do. I feel his remorse too, as he helplessly watches his body lays waste to you.
Shit. Oh, I got him. That did no damage to him, though.
How does it feel to be so helpless? I must admit, your perseverance is admirable. I thought bravery had left this meek planet long ago.
Wait, Moth, my radar? So that's it. Non-carbon-based life always thinks it's something. There's a simple way we can take this guy out. But Darking...
Have you had enough yet?
Darking, are you anywhere in there?
Ha! That's a laugh.
Darking, try and overpower the force manipulating you.
As if that's possible.
Darking, I know you can do it.
Do you think this is a joke? You haven't even felt the full magnificence of my power. Let me provide you with a demonstration.
Moth, I'm picking up some serious power levels here. I don't think he's bluffing. You better fortify for an extremely powerful attack.
How impressive! It's been a while since a living creature could withstand that.
He's really not messing around.
So you could survive it once, But could you could you withstand it again?
Darking, just try your hardest. For everyone here in the City of Light who believed in you.
I am no force a mortal's will could overpower.
Moth, stay on guard.
How could you? How could you survive for so long?
Darking.
You. Die!
Darking. I know you're strong enough to overcome this monster.
Stop. Moth. When I look at you, you have the same look in your eyes as... It's like seeing those eyes again. I feel like it makes me remember echoes of the reason why I used to live.
Darking, can you keep control over that thing?
I can't. The creature overtaking me is far too strong. Perhaps this is the punishment for my hubris. Poetic justice for trying to play God. I can tell I can only hold on to myself for a few more moments. And Queen?
Yes.
Can you stop this creature?
Yes.
Then stop this. This kind of power could destroy an entire world. Might be forced to watch all the while. Stop this at any cost, Ant Queen. That is my final request as the leader of the City of Light.
Yes, sir.
Moth.
Yes?
Thank you.
Darking.
I cannot believe what infuriating pests you are. I have had quite enough of this.
Moth. Obviously, this thing is too structurally different for us to physically attack it. But tearing a portal right through it will do the trick. That's the typical method of dealing with these kind of entities where I come from. Step back and allow me. Was that it?
Even if you destroy my body, I can always find another. Now that I'm free, nothing will stop me.
Oh shit. We gotta run. Yeah, the fire's probably not going to stop spreading. Oh my god. Come on, run. Oh. Okay, is that it? Are we done? Okay, I guess that's it. Guess we have cleared the first scenario. What? Oh, okay. Alright. Final time, 2.5 hours. Yeah, that tracks. This is what, part 5? You know, half an hour per part. That basically means, ugh.
Such brilliant light. Ori! Tears. I'm glad I can still feel this.
Oh, okay. Unlocked Scenario 2, Ghostly Mystery. After the event at the City of Light, Moth went missing. Unlocked Scenario 3, Depth. What lies down below? Scenario 4, Do Exaltation. And what waits above? Slugger for free modes. Batter up! Luvachi for free modes. Do I really gotta fight? Okay. Scenario 1B, Freepy Castle. A retelling of the first adventure. Replay Creepy Castle with any unlocked character. So there we go. We've basically cleared the tutorial. So I guess I don't know when I'm gonna start this game back up. Maybe maybe next spooky month. But yeah, we'll see you in scenario 2, 3, 4, and yeah. Yeah, we'll regardless of which scenario we play next, probably the second one, we'll see you next episode.